Today on the channel, we're back at it with another round of Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, this time with the 2000X series and Man-at-Arms, Moss Man, and Evil-Lyn.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel Masters of the Universe cartoon collection unboxing and review. And today on the channel, back at it with the 2000X series with Moss Man, Man-at-Arms, and Evil-Lyn. But for all your Masters of the Universe needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there, and exactly what I did, pick these all up at jaystoysandgames.com. Head over there, tell them Kyle sent you, and grab your masters, of course. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there, and it's a ladies' first channel after all, so we're going to the ladies. We're going to Evil-Lyn first right here. Of course, my daughter, just this close to being named Evil-Lyn. Well, really not that close, Todd McFarlane, but I did approach it to my wife, how about Evil-Lyn? And she said, we're going to go with Emma-Lyn instead. And that's where we got. But she's really holding up to her name as of late. She really is truly an Evil-Lyn as of lately. But that's kids for you. That's kids for you. But here's old Evil-Lyn, rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling, looking pretty darn good. Different, similar but different is what we're going to call this one from, of course, the cartoon of old, the origin style. Definitely an interesting look of Evil-Lyn. One of the key characters as far as the bad guy side I've always felt. Love the graphics on here. Good card artwork, as we know. Nothing on the sides of the package. You got cross-sell on there. You got UPC. You got Jibber Jabber. We got the artwork at the top. What's it say about one Evil-Lyn? As seen on the beginning, and we can see a little Tila in the background right there. Fit wand into hand. Okay, well, sounds like a lot of play features. A lot of play features with this one. And one thing I noticed in this right off the bat is no comic book, no card. Sometimes we get those hard cards going on there. Didn't get any of that kind of stuff here. See you later, goodbye. Spider-Man style, see you later, goodbye. A little bit feels like a little less than with that. Obviously, cost-cutting maneuver right there. Cost-cutting 101 here in 2026. Evil-Lyn, plastic prison, locked down with the twist ties. Wouldn't have it any other way. Mattel and McFarlane keeping us in the twist tie game, as we know, and very tight twist ties. I don't mind a twist tie, but man, you got to make them so tight. It's unbelievable, the tightness on here, but you know, we like them tight. And Evil-Lyn, I hear, is pretty tight as well. That's the rumor out there. That's the rumor. Oh, we'll see. My goodness. Twist ties for days, and just a mess on my table here. Just an absolute mess. Twist ties all over. See you later, goodbye. Get these off of here. Add them to the pile for 2026. We're starting the new pile. We'll get down to it, but let's start with old Evil-Lyn, looking extra evil, as I did say, and we'll start with her little wand action here. No articulation on here. I thought the top moved. I guess it moves a little. There we go. You can spin at the top. Doesn't really do a whole lot. All in purple plastic is what it is, but it's her powerful wand. She's going to cast a spell on you, apparently. That's what she's going to do. But now we're diving into Evil-Lyn. Man, there's not a lot going on with these figures, and we're at like $24 with tax and everything on these, so man, oh man, you know, it comes down to a time where what are you going to afford? How much can you afford? And you got to pick and choose. And you always got to be a little careful with this. But Evil-Lyn looking good, though. This is a good representation of the character from the 2000X series. I like the look. I like the crown over her head there. Always blows my mind when you see pictures of her without the crown, hat on, whatever you want to call it. She's got the gray white hair. I like the look of the gray white hair. I wish I could snap my fingers right now and turn my hair all like gray white. I think it'd be a cool look, but this doesn't work that way, but she looks really good. I don't know. I'm saying a cartoon looks good, Todd. What's going on with me? What's going on with me here? But she's got a nice smirk on her face. I hope that's not a paint misprint, but it looks like she's giving a little side mouth there, a little smirk. I think that makes sense, and it fits with the character as well. Bright blue eyes looking good. No ears showing for old Evil-Lyn. And she's all about the bones, but man, we got some crazy paint application on her chest. I mean, it almost looks like I went there, and this is about how good I would do with a pen or something, or just a little brush trying to put that. A little sloppy in the paint job there, a little less than for sure. Not good, not good. But she does got the high collar, so obviously she's welcome right into Club Grayskull if need be. Forearm guards, got the bicep bands going on. She's got a cast a spell on you hand, and then she has a gripping hand. You got to have those. She does got a little skirt going on, long in the back, short in the front. That's the way we like it, I guess. And then you got a little, I was going to say those are bones out the front. I'm not sure what those are. The protector kneecaps. And you got some crazy boots down here in purple. Not a bad piece of business, though, for Evil-Lyn. Man, that really, if you stare at it, it gets worse. So it's like one of those things, oh, it looks fine, but then you go in close and you start looking at her chest, looking at her stomach. You're like, I don't know about all this white stuff. It looks like white goo all over her chest, Todd McFarlane. I don't know what's going on with that. Where's that goo even come from? I'm not sure. But here we are, and she does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Using code Kyle to save 10% on your ringside stands. There's Evil-Lyn, and now we're going to turn our attention over to Moss Man. An all-timer, if there ever was one. One of my absolute favorites from when I was a little kid. Feels a little less than not having the real fur, the flocking going on, but we're going to power through. We're going to see what's going on. Got Moss Man here, same style packaging. The Heroic Spy and the master of camouflage. Just a master of camouflage. Cross-sell, UPC, jibber-jabber, all that kind of stuff. Fit club into hand. Okay, as seen on Orko's Garden. Oh, everybody loves a little garden action. And then there's that one guy, Evil Seed up there in the corner. I think that was his name, Evil Seed. A deep cut. But we're going to pull him out. We're going to whip out our Moss Man. That's what I'm calling it. There we go. Spider-Man style. See you later. See you later, cartoon collection. Plastic prison, a little bit more weight to the Moss Man, as you can imagine. He is a hairy bipedal creature, after all. And we're going to get all these twist ties out on him as well. So he's locked down just like Evil-Lyn. Maybe if they dial back the twist ties in return, we could have got a comic book or the card art back or something, anything. Could have got Evil-Lyn's chest a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Just throwing it all out there. Seeing what sticks. And there's the Moss Man. And got the club. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to this club. Pretty generic club. Looks like he took a piece of wood and basically put some Nerf football ends on the end of it. Actually, almost looks like a baseball bat is what it looks like. All in green so it can camouflage with him, I guess, along the way. Interesting is what it is. But now we're diving in here to Moss Man. I don't know. Would I guess this is Moss Man? I guess I would guess who this is. There's a lot of Guess Who going on. You play Guess Who lately? That's an all-timer of a game. Played it not too long ago with the kids. I'm all about Guess Who. Are you a boy or a girl? Do you have glasses? Do you have a hat on? And by then, I'm usually winning by then. But Moss Man looking interesting. Got the green hair throughout. Once again, not flocked. No real hair, nothing like that. He does got one ear that is totally bent down. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be that way or if I just got unlucky. Maybe I got to heat that, but he's got like one floppy ear. It's like my dog Lemmy. He's got one ear up and one ear down. That's a little strange. Green nose, white teeth. At least he's keeping it clean out there in the jungles. I don't know. It's just not necessarily my Moss Man. Got the overlay piece over the top here. You pop the head off. You could take that out if you want to. It's got some vinage going on. He's even got a little ponytail action. That's a low pony is what that is down there. Got some of that stuff going on, some twigs and all kinds of things. Got some arm bracers, got a belt. Once again, could use another coat on that belt. Man, we've had some quality issues with this line so far. The line that had Stratos and Triclops, they fell apart at the waist all the time. And it seems like this set's having some pain issues here. So not happy to report those kind of things, as you know. Now, it does look like he's got some Beastman style hands down here. I believe they are reused from that. Obviously, him and Beastman have shared some bodies in the past along the way. Got the fur loincloth once again in brown. Got a little bit of knee covers with some leaves. I don't know if that helps much, but that's what he's doing. And then he's rocking the bare feet down here. Needs a pedicure for sure, but looks okay. Got that bright green skin tone color. Arms do go around, but you are limited by the shoulders. You do get side-to-side single jointed elbows, hands back and forth side to side, head back and forth side to side, waist articulation not snapping apart. That's happy to report that. Nice big splits there. Legs go up, single jointed knee, boot cut, ankles up, down, back, forth, side to side. Basically the origin style articulation here today. It does look good. It does work good. And it's going to be the same articulation for all three characters here. And that is the man from the Moss Man. I don't know. It's just not as good as the old one. That's what I'm going to say. And I guess I'll do comparisons later on. We'll compare later on. That's what we'll do. Moss Man looking okay. Not over the moon with that Moss Man. But Man at Arms, old Duncan, he is my favorite. Happy to have him in this line here. It's funny, as I always respected the Man at Arms. And I always say, as you get older, you respect the Man at Arms even more. I like to think of myself as a modern day Man at Arms. And I think Tom Selleck could have played Man at Arms in a movie if Don Fry was not available. Todd McFarlane. Love Don Fry around here. He could also play Bazooka or Leatherneck if need be in a G.I. Joe movie. The Man at Arms looking good in the front here. The heroic master of weapons. On the back, cross-sell, jibber-jabber, UPC, artwork. What's it say back here? As seen on Lessons. Oh, everybody loves a good lesson. We got all kinds of characters in the background there looking good. Fit Mason to the hand. So not a lot going on with these figures here. It'll be interesting. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. How long this line hangs on for? How deep in the trenches does this line go? See you later. Goodbye. You just never know. You never know. Will we get 10 series of this? Will we get every character? I mean, if they're already making it, let's just finish it out. Just like Origins. Let's finish it out. I almost wonder if we'll see a day in the future where Origins, the cartoon collection, the 2000 series, maybe even some of the other ones like Thundercats, Turtles of Grayskull, if they're going to do like some best of lines where you'll get like a character from each one in the series. Maybe it'll be Mattel Creations exclusive, a way to finish off the lines without going to mass retail. I wonder if we'd see something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath, but anything is possible, especially if you believe enough. You know, my dad used to always tell me that. Just write down your goals and work towards them every day and they'll happen wherever they are. And you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Any goal you have, if you work and you believe in it, see you later, goodbye. You can get there eventually. Trust me. Trust me from a guy that's done it multiple times. There it is. There it is. But here it is. Man at Arms, ready to go. And definitely a different look to this one here. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's somewhere in the middle. But we're going to start with the big old club here, all in one color once again. Got a nice bend in it. We always see these things need kind of heated up, straightened out. But a nice club. Don't want to be on the business end of this club, I can tell you that much. Ooh, and a rogue twist tie. See you later. Goodbye. But now we're diving into Man at Arms. A little bit small in the head, but a push broom you can set your watch to. Looking beautiful with that push broom. Got the Man at Arms helmet going on. Looking very good. Big shoulder protector over here. I don't know why he needs this big. I mean, this is almost unsightly, ungodly there, but it does move around. It does have a little joint on it, so you can move it up, down, all around if you want to move it around if you need to. Green bodysuit throughout. A little bit of blue hallmarks throughout as well. Got to have that Eternia Finest loincloth. What? It's not loincloth, that's real? He grew that hair out himself. Oh yeah, there it is, right underneath there, down low. But looking pretty good, old Man at Arms there. Got a wrist bracer on this side. Got the, I don't know, I want to say robot arm, but that's not necessarily the case there. But he's got all kinds of machinery. He's got all kinds of stuff he's working too. Got the green and blue legs going there, and then you got an Eternia boot down on one side, and then you got a full-on protected boot over here. He's man and machine is what he almost reminds me of. But looking very good. Obviously going to have the exact same articulation as Mossman and Evil-Lyn. They all got the same thing going on. But of the three here today, this is easily my favorite. No paint problems with this one. No articulation problems. Pretty smooth all around. I like this one the best. And I also like this guy as far as characters go the best as well. So not a bad Man at Arms here. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. But how about we do a little comparison action here? I do got the Man at Arms from the 2000X series Once Upon a Time. Really not too similar between these two, besides the big shoulder pad over there. Outside of that, you know they're both Man at Arms, just a little bit different along the way. You got a little Moss Man here. Of course, I bought two of these so I could display the different looks. That's more what I think of, kind of, sort of, but this is the Origins one from a few years back. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, what is time? Once again, really need real fur with him. And without that, it just doesn't feel like Moss Man to me. Personal opinion, though. And I did grab an Origins Evil-Lyn just to have. So I got her right here. You can see that comparison. I actually really like this Evil-Lyn as well. I just don't like that paint around her chest. Is what it is, though. No fight in City Hall, I guess, at this point here. But there it is, the latest and greatest from the 2000 series, Masters of the Universe. Any thoughts from you guys out there? You guys all in on this? You dialing it back? You picking these up? You passing on all these? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Every single day, there's content over there, bonus content, exclusive content. And best of all, you do support the channel. Sir Paul 64 on the X. the_Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show. Available each and every single Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for Evil-Lyn, Man-at-Arms, and Moss Man, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
'Cause I'm a rock